A mere 12 months later, Chris Salovitz meets the girls in the band Girlschool and asks them if they remember doing this with Motörhead.
That gave us a real leg up in a sense, because I mean that reached number 5 in the singles charts about exactly a year ago.
Yeah, it was a really good record. Oh, it's one of our favourites actually even now.
I think certain members of that band had their reservations.
A certain member.
Yeah, because which is understandable, but well.
I think Eddie was throwing a few fits at the time. He said, "I can never face anybody again after this," you know.
Why?
They definitely had their reservations because.
Well, Lemmy didn't, because Lemmy really likes all the old rock and roll stuff anyway.
And he can get into it anyway, thinks, right, great for a laugh, it's a good
And Phil had broken his neck, so he just sat there and watched telly on the first day. But Eddie was a bit worried about it. But in the end, you know, it turned out really well.
Yeah, I think
it's because it was so different from anything else that we'd ever done. Both bands had ever done. That I think they did have a lot of influence on us, especially in the beginning, because they gave us our first big break as well by asking us to support them on their first. It was their first major tour at that time, the Overkill tour. Like penniless, you know, the usual thing, starving on the road, you know. Just sort of scraping our pennies together for about a year.
Lemmy showed great enthusiasm from the beginning, really. You know, he was always behind us and he really encouraged us in his own way. It was great.
You haven't learnt any bad habits from hanging around with Motörhead then?
Yeah, unfortunately.
They taught us all our bad habits.
Bad playing habits.
Oh, playing habits, yeah, those as well.
You know I've seen this all before, and I know what you're waiting for, but I won't be fooled again by someone like you. I knew right from the start that you could break my heart. Don't call it love. Don't call it love.
You're basically the least pretentious of all the English girl groups. I mean, you know, you've got the Slits and the Raincoat, and yet you're probably most successful. Why do you think that is?
Perhaps because we're not very pretentious, I suspect.
The other bands, they seem to have a more pop following. I was thinking about this the other night, and they seem to be they're not as, they're very shallow, they're not as strong. They tend to like whatever you've got out at the moment, whatever your single happens to be. They come and see you, and they go off you and go on to something else.
Yeah, heavy metal fans, they tend to be a lot more loyal.
Loyal.
Loyal, what's the word?